This is J. Randall Wilkerson, editor at Wilkerson and Hughes. We are a specialty publisher in which we publish historic architectural plan books, both original design sets of famous homes such as the White House, as well as this series of our house design competitions. This is book 7 of a 19-book series. It takes the material from the Hy-Tex House of Moderate Cost competition that was conducted in Brick Builder magazine in 1914. 80 of the very best drawings were chosen by the jury and included in a lithographic copper plate rotogravure printing. Very few of these books survive the years. It's 101 years since they were printed. And the competition required that the house be limited to $7,500 based upon cubic foot calculations. In many cases, these historic competition books only have 2 or 3 copies left at any library worldwide. We're going to flip through them page by page so you see the contents and the extreme beauty of the pen and ink drawings inside. Essentially, a competition was limited to a single Bristol sheet of 20 by 30 inches with a pen and ink drawing showing the perspective, site plans, floor plans, any details they wanted to include. So dozens of hours, possibly 1 to 2 weeks of labor would be spent. The awards in the competition, first prize was typically $60,000 in today's dollars. That is the purchasing power of $60,000 today. Second prize would be equivalent to $30,000, so nearly every architect worth his salt entered, as well as the prestige of being admitted to the selection. During these design competitions, anywhere from 300 to 1,100 drawings would be submitted from the entire nationwide group. And yet juries would often limit the published amounts to maybe only 40, 50, 60, 80 to 100 drawings of what they consider the very best. You can see from these drawings as we flip through that these are some of the finest pen and ink drawings ever done. Absolutely gorgeous, and they had to be done with a dip pen, no technical pens. So a mistake could be very, very costly. We use a commercial digital lithographic press that has extreme Dmax black density to enable these drawings to be printed with the same quality as they existed. And keep in mind we have shrunk these down almost 300% to an 8.5 by 11 format. We use a wire binding simply so that you can study a drawing without having to fight to keep the book open. It lays flat every page, page by page. Now, these homes may look like mansions, but keep in mind we're only in the neighborhood of 2,000 square feet, plus or minus, depending upon each design. Styles could be colonial, French, English, prairie styles, modern. And since this was during the transition of the early part of the 20th century, most of our competitions have a few prairie styles. Some of them were actually by Frank Lloyd Wright, using a pseudonym, either his drafting superintendent's name or another fabricated name. These books in the original style were printed on a paper-bound acid-style paper, so the paper crumbled. And so few people saw them on the university bookshelves at the library that librarians would check the number of times they were checked out, and since they were rarely ever checked out, they just threw them away. It's sad, but very few of these rare books are in special collections at any library. They're still sitting on a shelf hoping somebody will find them someday. We found them by accident, just randomly searching university library shelves, and then we learned how to track them all down. And then we scanned and preserved as many as we could, all but one that's totally missing. Well, that concludes this overview of Book 7 of House Design Competition Drawings. This is 80 drawings, 104 pages. The price is $12.95 on Amazon.com or eBay. And the ISBN code is 978-1926-517698. Thank you for watching.